So welcome back, guys, to another Tech Time uh, thing. We're gonna change it all up. From now on, it's a podcast because I don't like the other types of styles. I like podcasts quite a bit. I like talking about a bunch of different stuff, and it was getting old what I was doing, and it wasn't working at all. Not only was I not into K-pop as much, just for a bit of other reasons, but also because I'd had to do it for the video. And so if I already wasn't doing it, I didn't really get the experience as much. It wasn't as exciting as it was before. You could just say, well, you got burned out of K-pop. You know, everybody does if you're not a preteen anymore. But basically, no more reaction videos. No, not a lot more videos. Maybe. Still got a bit of a cold. Really, it's just the cough. But anyway, basically, K-pop I will try to focus on less. I might have said this before, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's going to be a weekly podcast where I talk about a bunch of stuff, hopefully new stuff. The reason why I did this is because there's a lot of new stuff with DC, and DC, especially the movies and stuff, TV shows. Really get into really just DC as a whole. I really like, but specifically their movies, because there's a lot of drama and stuff that happens with that, and so there's a good bit to talk about, and there's a lot to talk about today with certain stuff, or there's really stuff that was from yesterday, but anyway, it's this week's news. Anyway, basically, so I'm going to try to go towards that, but it is a bit hard to do that because a lot of times, even if we're talking about Marvel movies or even other movies as well, sometimes there's no news on any of them. There's no trailers. There's just nothing, and so then you don't have anything to talk about. So I'll also try to talk about anime, trying to get back, catch up with the summer animes, which I should have done more backup work on that. So we'll just talk about that and try to remember. Anyway, basically, we're going to try to focus on a bunch of stuff. Video games, too, as well. It's a bit tough with video games. Gamescom is happening right now, but I don't know. I mean, I'd have to be really into games, and I'm just not that into it. The biggest thing was Injustice 2, which I am kind of into with the news. The biggest news these days is just for the DLC. The DLC characters got revealed, and it is Leeboy. I don't say bad words if you haven't noticed. You could say many different reasons. It's really just a little game I play, really, just to see how I cannot do it and replace the words. But anyway, Bleed Boy. Basically, there's a new movie coming out. You had movies before. It's a comic book character. You get it. It's fairly easy to figure it out, I think. Anyway, then also there's Raiden from Mortal Kombat, which everybody is mad about. I'm kind of mad about as well. We didn't really need him. We already had a guest character from Mortal Kombat, and they can basically just use the skin from Mortal Kombat X and just kind of take it over here, and like all his powers and everything, they could just kind of be the same, so they don't really have to work with it. The other character, though, Black Manta, is not as exciting because we already kind of knew he would be in the game, but he's cool that he's in the game. Anyway, let's get to the main topics there. Just one more thing before we get into it. Yes, my hair, I've been trying to grow it out for about 2 years now. I'm going to cut it sometime soon because I just don't know really what to do with it. I can't wash it that good. I'm not meant to have long hair anyway. You might be thinking, well, why is he doing that? It's making it look even more stupid. If you've forgotten, we're on the Techie 24/7 channel, which I've made it basically the theme of the channel that it's really awkward because I don't edit the videos, so if I say something bad, I'm not going to edit it out, it's just there. And so it's different than, because other people, they can be awkward and stuff, but they'll still edit their videos. Mine, if I say something awkward and then I just pause, it's going to be really awkward. Anyway, I thought that maybe giving myself like a weird, like, 80s kind of hairstyle or something would be nice. I don't know. It keeps it out of my eyes. I don't I have awful bangs, so I always have to keep my hair up, and that's why I usually do. I've had long hair for a while, but I usually wear the hat and everything, so then it doesn't get in my eyes and basically the rest of my face. And it's also really hot in kind of uncomfortable. Anyway, let's get to it. So first, we have some breaking news. Breaking news, everybody. Breaking news for some DC stuff. Of course, DC is going to have their own streaming service, basically, and we've got 2 shows that are confirmed, but probably they're going to put up a lot of the other animated stuff on there as well. We've got, of course, Young Justice Season 3. The other thing is a live-action Teen Titans series. That is kind of like what they were going to do on TNT, but then they stopped doing, and now they're doing it here. So it's still, most people would say it's the Titans TV series. It might actually not be that. They do seem to be casting maybe slightly younger than they might have cast there. So maybe it's full Teen Titans. I'm not sure. Anyway, we've cast Raven, a 13-year-old girl. You know, he's like, okay, we'll see how it is. Now they've cast Starfire. I will cough a lot. Sorry. So we've cast they've cast her, and it is Anna Diop. Now they're basically casting unknowns. The one thing right off the bat is she's African American. Now there's nothing inherently wrong with that, right? But it's just a weird thing because it's like, you're like, okay, who does play a character that's got like yellow or green skin? Like, who would? Like, nobody really does. So, or orange. I don't know what Starfire. Yeah, I'm a bit colorblind. Little known fact about me. So, Miss Martian also in the Supergirl, as well as Mark Manhunter. They cast African American. So I'm like, okay, is there something that's just with them where they're like, yeah, that is who we need? I'm like, why? I'm not really sure. It would be helpful if they told me maybe she's just the best person for the job, right? But with them, because you're like, is there like something that like works that way? Like, is it easy? I don't know. She's probably gonna have to. Are they gonna CGI her? I would hope they didn't. Like, because the Martians, they look kind of different. Starfire, she looks like a regular human. So you'd think they'd do more stuff like Mystique in the X-Men movies, where like all her skin is like painted blue. That might cost a lot though. Who knows? Anyway, hopefully she does good as Starfire. I guess we'll see. You know, just looking at her, I'm like, she doesn't really look like Starfire. Obviously, we'll have to wait until we see the pictures and stuff. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't look as bad as Inhumans, right? Anyway, now we'll get to our main story, which is a new Joker movie. So we're finally getting a Joker movie after all the stuff with Joker and you know, him becoming a kind of worldwide icon with the Dark Knight movies, or the one Dark Knight movie. He's now basically one of the top villains of all time, if not the top villain of all time. So you'd think, okay, they'd want to make some money making a movie on him. But it's a bit different than that. There's a lot of stuff with this, and it's very interesting. It's very interesting stuff. So we've got the exclusive from Deadline here. Streaming Warner Bros. And DC are in the early stages of another Batman Hero spin-off film. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so they're going to be telling the origin story of the signature villain, the Joker. The studio has sent The Hangover's Todd Phillips to co-write a script with 8 Mile scribe Scott Silver. Phillips will direct the movie, and Martin Scorsese, this is the big thing, will produce it with Phillips. This will be the first film under a new banner that is yet to be named, in which WB can expand the canon of DC properties and create unique storylines with different actors playing the iconic characters. Now, that's really the big part. But the Joker thing on its own is kind of the story that people run with, because that's the kind of all the confirmed stuff. You have a bit more here, but yeah. Trying to make something that isn't part of any other iteration. It's apparently supposed to be like based in the 80s with crime back then, and they're trying to do it kind of like more Scorsese movies. So that sounds very interesting. Of course, the Joker does have a cool origin. Of course, there's many different things, but the one I like is the one with the Red Hood gang. Because, of course, it comes with some stuff from Red Hood, because, we all know Red Hood, right? But then there was actually the Red Hood gang that was kind of before that, and that's where the Joker came from. So I don't know if they can still do that then. They might be going for a different look for that. From how I see it, they might not go where the comics. They might do something different. But yeah, basically it sounds pretty good. The big thing is that DC is basically going to have not only their cinematic universe, but like a bunch of movies that aren't part of their cinematic universe, but are still based on DC characters. Now, where this gets interesting is that we have even more stuff, more news from today, that could be very interesting, and I think it's kind of true. And it's basically from my source that I get all my news from comicbook.com. It's kind of the easiest. Just if you like comic books, you just type it in. There you go. They do spoil stuff if you're not if you're not caught up, but they're great. They're great to just get all the stuff in one place. They reported on some stuff that they done, or somebody else had done some interviews with Matt Reeves, who's doing the Batman movie. Of course, there's a lot of controversy whether Ben Affleck will be in that movie, with the newest kind of rumors and stuff being with Casey Affleck saying that he is not in the movie. Now, he has said that he is kind of in the movie, but he also hasn't kind of said he's in the movie. It's all up in the air. I am now thinking that he is still playing Batman, but he is not going to be in this movie, and I think I'm kind of okay with that in a way, because of what we've just seen and the comments that Matt Reeves said. That is a very different look, and it's a kind of, they let him do his own thing and kind of a separate field, which makes me think it's in this kind of separate space that DC is making, where basically they can let the directors do whatever they want with the characters, and it's not really connected with their big universe, right? It's kind of like a multiverse, Elseworld type of story, where it's still with those characters, but it's not in the main universe, on the main Earth, right? And so it lets you basically do a bunch of different stuff, right? It's very interesting, but there could be some confusion with it, with casual moviegoers and such. We're like, well, what's gonna happen? But it makes sense to me, because obviously Ben Affleck's like, I'm still Batman. I love being Batman, right? He's still Batman, but Matt Reeves' Batman movie is not going to be in the main universe. Maybe that's an interesting thing to think about. Another thing, the Justice League Dark movie. Of course, DC's got so many movies in development, and so you hear a lot about them. So that's one thing cool about DC, is that they're developing so much. We get a story usually about every week about one of them. They have so many. We've got Justice League Dark. So Justice League Dark is one of the kind of the lesser ones. It's been in development for a while, and it's almost like you're like, wait, they haven't scrapped that? That was like what their plan before, like their original plan with like the movies up to 2020 with like the Justice League, Shazam, and then Green Lantern and Cyborg, and how they had all those release dates. That was even before that, where it was in development. So that they're still trying to do it is interesting. But with them trying to sue Universal for the Dark Universe title, it seems like they are trying to go forward with it, but the script didn't seem to be up to their standards. People at DC or Warner Brothers weren't really happy with it, so they sent it back in. They're going to get it redone, so I don't think we're getting Justice League Dark anytime soon, but we're getting this Joker movie, and I think we're gonna get it fairly soon. How soon? Who knows? Anyway, moving on. We spent a lot of time on that, but that's good. It's good. I feel good. Feel good about this. So next, I've got my little list to help me around to not lose it. So yeah, I think that's all with DC and stuff for today. So anime. I've gotten back into watching anime recently. The spring season was lame, pretty much. It's more that I just kind of got out of everything. So I like My Hero Academia. Recreators is cool, but I stopped watching them. I haven't started watching them again. I'm going to soon try to catch up. But basically, I didn't want to watch any, and so I didn't. So I haven't finished any animes, I don't think, from spring season. So now, a month or so into the summer season. I'm trying to catch up with everything. So I started watching a bunch. So yeah, we've got a bunch of them. I'll try to remember ones. There's one with a restaurant, which is very interesting. Of course, watching, you've got, it's Sweetness and Lightning, I think. Is that the one? Food Wars. Many different animes that are about food and stuff, and they really do food well. So this is another one that really does good stuff with food, and has basically a restaurant that everybody goes to from like all the different worlds and stuff. It's very interesting. I've only watched one episode, I think, but I liked it a lot. Gamers is the newest anime. At first you'll think, okay, it's all about gamers, and it is a thing where if you're a gamer, then there is some nice references in there, I guess, but it's really more about just, people call it misunderstandings to anime, but it's really nice. There's one character, I forget his name. I watched so much stuff. Forgive me, people. I forgot his name, but he's kind of the kind of more gruff character. Is that a word? I don't know. Kind of more type character. That he used to be a gamer, but now he's like a cool kid. He's my favorite character. He does so much great stuff. I love gamers. That's great. What else? What else? Hajimete no Gal. Don't watch it. It's cringy. What else? Dive. Don't watch it. It looked boring. I had no reason to watch it. Welcome to the Ballroom, though. That one do watch. They look weird. I know. You watch the opening and you're like, what are these people? They're like, like X-holic and stuff like that, where the people are just so elongated. It's kind of like that, but it's not like that all the time. It's not super. It's not like that all the time. Like there's scenes where it looks fairly normal, so that's great. I'm very happy with that. What else? I'm forgetting. There's quite a bit of anime. It's Centaur's Life. Centaur's Life is cool. It's an interesting one. If you were like, he's Monster Girl, I'm not sure. This one's more pretty slice of life. It's pretty easy to get into. I mean, there's still stuff, but it's fun. It's cool. Let me think. Sudre Children. I know I'm not saying these names right. It's basically like the Mr. Understands the anime. Gamers does have game stuff. The other Sudre Children is basically about confessions, like, right? I feel like there's a new confession every single episode. So yeah, if you like that, romance that actually goes somewhere in one episode. They're all short episodes. Oh, the best one. It's very edgy. A lot of people might not like it. Aho Girl. It is. If you have to be, in the right sort of mood, the right sort of person. But if you are, it's the best comedy of the year. It's great. It's short as well, but I like it that it's short because it just gets those punches so fast and then it moves on. There's no really filler in there, like a lot of comedies where you're like, you get 2 chokes, but then you're like, the rest of it, like maybe I'll smile or something, but it won't be like super funny all the time. Whereas this, it can be funny a lot because it's so short. So there's that. I think that's about all that at least I've watched. There's some that I haven't watched, like Princess Principal. Oh, Classroom of the Elite. That was cool. What's the other one? Vatican Miracle Examiner. I haven't watched that one yet either. And there's a few others. So that's my anime. I'll try to watch more and get back to you on that. And then next season we have Food Wars come back. We have Homoto Amuro-chan come back. We have a bunch of cool stuff. And of course, we still have Recruiters at My Hero Academia that I have to catch up to. So next week we'll talk about those and see if they got better or worse. So now we go on to K-pop. So we're not leaving K-pop out. I don't want to talk about a lot of K-pop stuff. So comebacks, really quick. BAP, come back. We got some teasers here. Classic tag time with the teasers for BAP, for Jungkook, Daehyun, and Zillow. So yeah, BAP is coming back. I didn't really like their last song, so hopefully it's a bit more cool because that's what I like from them. BAP, I'm sorry, BTS, everybody's favorite group, right? It's coming back on September 18th, apparently, with a new album. Hopefully, all new songs and stuff. So, hype for that. Hyuna. Yeah, it's a hard name for me. Okay, I said a lot one way, and then I'm like, oh, she says it in her song, and it's like Hyuna or something like that. And it just makes me up. She's coming back on August 29th. That's pretty close. A new girl group, Good Day. I think it's going to debut soon on August 30th. Here's some teasers for some of them. So, yeah, it's cool. And Vix LR, the reason why I got into Vix, I actually saw the some Vix LR stuff from them first, and that's what kind of got me into them, because I thought that was cool. So they're coming back. I'm very excited for that. But of course we have the comebacks that actually already happened. So we'll go through these. Hopefully my thing will my recording won't cut off, like it always does when my videos go too far. But I've tried to make it easier. Anyway, we start off with Day 6. They've got a new song. A few of these I haven't watched the music video yet. This is one. I don't think I've watched it. I think I've listened to the song before. It's a cool song. It's not one of my like all-time favorites of theirs. It's a cool song. It's a cool song. Winner came back. Now, I know the last time I did stuff was the SNSD's comeback, which was not a great time, and I didn't make a follow-up video to that, so I'm sorry. I wanted to, because after that I listened to the songs more and I liked them more, and then also I figured out that Winner had to come back that day as well, so I should have made a video on all of this, but sorry. Winners came back. Really was not a one-time thing. Their sound, they've got it. Their songs are just great now. So cool. So just, yeah, they're some of my favorite stuff. So yeah, great stuff. And not only one, but usually they'll have one that's more of a ballad. And so I'm like, you know, it's cool, but it's not my favorite. This time they have Island, though. And Island is actually more like their other style of songs. So got 2 songs even this time. First you get this, and you're like, okay, it's fine. Cool. So yeah, even though it's a bit less cool type song, it's still pretty cool. NCT Dream came back. SM is just putting out all their artists right after when it's awful. Nobody gets to promote that much. NCT Dream is back. They're doing a lot of stuff with the NCT. Where's NCTU? Where did they go? Anyway, they've got a weird girlfriend or some crush that's like computer generated. Okay, cool. You know, anyway, it's a cool song. Of course, they've all got this type of thing that you're like, okay, they're meant for younger kids or something, but they're all still cool songs, you know, whenever they come out with them. Yeah. Weird stuff. Weki Meki. I don't think I covered Weki Meki. So, Doyen and Yujung from IOI, their group debuted with "I Don't Like Your Girlfriend." Sorry, I didn't mean that was the title of the song. Sorry. There you go. Actually, let me see if you can see it better with the brightness turned down. Um, so it's a pretty cool song. Pretty cool song. It's not like super amazing, but I haven't listened to it a whole lot. It's cool. It's not bad. Anyway, it's a cool debut for them. But again, I've been as into K-pop, but I'm gonna try to get back into it and start watching the music shows a lot. And watch the songs right when they come out and a bunch of stuff. But it's tough. So I don't really get hyped. And you'll see some other songs that just came out, and I was like, oh, I didn't even know they'd come out. Anyway, Station. I know the Station comes out with a lot, but I only cover it when the big groups are on. I know bigger groups, whatever. Red Velvet had a song on it, another song. They actually started out this year, so that was a bit weird. The song, it's basically like a slow motion thing, like really slow. Like I'm not sure how long they filmed this for, and then they just slowed it down. But it's actually cool. I like it. It's a remake of a song, I believe. You might be like, I'm really bored, but you'll find yourself. You're like, okay, now, I'm into it now. You'll watch it all. So anyway, next is Dia. I love Dia. Wasn't sure about their new moves now, and now I'm fine with it. It's cool. So they have come back, and they have a lot of stuff. They have a lot of stuff. If you're a Dia fan, there's a lot of stuff to like. So they first had 2 songs with their 2 subunits. So they had Look with all of them. Yeah, so it's like a commercial kind of there. Really cool song. Yeah, really like that. And it's got maybe my favorite, Hyun, and then oh man, that little smile, it's great. It's great. It's great. So probably why didn't we see her in the rest of the music video? She's in the other subunit, which have their own song as well. Let me see if I can find the chorus. It's a pretty good song. I like it a bit less than the other one. It's still cool. And then you have the main comeback as well, Can't Stop, which is very good. Of course, with all the members. So that's very good. Snamu came back. So, Snamu, their last comeback I didn't really like. They were getting to where they were in a weird phase where they were like kind of cute, but they were like kind of not, and it was a weird thing. Their songs were kind of weird. Now they're back to a bit more of what I like. Because like they're not super like they were with their debut, but they're a bit more like that and slightly more less cute, but still cute. My favorite song was, I forget the name of it, but they only promoted it. I feel like this is a bit more like that. Yeah, basically. The song, it's not perfect, but it's cool, you know. Yeah, cool stuff, right, guys? Well, awesome. But this stuff, the little song, the little stuff in the song, the little parts like this. I don't know. It's the those little parts in the songs with the dance as well to kind of go with it. I like that. So I'll give it higher marks than the last comeback. It's not amazing, but also that part. It's got a lot better stuff though. There. being obviously a little less cute. Just a little bit. Sunmi from Wonder Girls, of course. Wonder Girls broke up. I was like, oh yeah, Sunmi. Oh, and then I realized later that it's like the Wonder Girls aren't together anymore. Anyway, got our own song. I was like, I'll check out a bit of it. Ended up watching most of the music video. There's a lot of stuff here. There's a lot of stuff. The music video is very nice. The song is fun. It's cool. It's very fun. I mean, it's just there's not a lot to it. It's one of those type of songs. So you're like, it's fine, I guess. I mean, they all start sounding alike after a while, but it's cool. So anyway, fast one. Girls Are Insane, All Night. They released the clean version, and it makes you love the song so much. This song is great. It's amazing. Just listening to the song, like I like the other one, right? It's cool, but I kind of I read the translations for it. That was cool. But just to listen to the song, because sorry guys, wasn't able to get the album yet. I'll get it later. I would have gotten it to help with him, but then they only promote for one week, so it's like, well, what? I can kind of get it later now. I guess it just doesn't really matter. But anyway, the music video, it's a lot better. It's a lot easier to just listen to the song and dance around with it being in kind of clear versions. That's why I don't like music videos with like anything more than the kind of 3 minutes and 30 seconds is usually gonna mess with me a bit, because I'll just kind of have to skip through it, like skip the beginning or stop it early. Yeah. Just want to mention that really quickly. Gugaden had their subunit, which maybe is called Ogu Ugu or something. I don't know. Anyway, they had their debut. It's, of course, with 2 members. I forget their names. I said in another video. You can go back and figure that out. It's kind of like a weird song. I don't know what type of song I want to call it, but it's a certain type of song. I like it though. It's not a regular song necessarily, but I don't really know what it would be used for. Anyway, that's cool. Wait. I just remembered I'm missing one of my new favorite fiction came back, or fiction, yeah. Let's see, I have not watched this before. I think it just came out pretty recently. It's pretty good sounding. Sounds fun so far. It's good. It's good. Also, song that it's good is Momoland. I like their other song better. I know people think it's cringy with the all the dabbing, but it was so fun and nice to watch it. I don't know. This song, it's cool. It's good, but it's not as memorable as the last one. Sorry about all the coughing. But the other comebacks I did like. Not to take away from them, but from this week, Pristine came back. This is my new favorite song of August. I think there's a lot of songs. The winter, Girls' Wrist, and all that stuff. I don't know, something about it. It's just that type of thing that certain songs you're like, bam, it's a classic. So I was like, okay, I like Pristine's first song a good bit. I know some people hate it. I was like, can they do better, or are they going to do worse? I'm not sure. Maybe, sometimes they kind of go down in quality. It's so good. It's so addictive. It's got all the cool stuff, like all the people, like all the changes to the cameras and everything. Like, it moves so smoothly and yet so fast as well. It's amazing. They're in the mall, kind of messing around, I'm guessing. Maybe I'm right, Star Mall, but you're somewhere messing around, doing all this stuff. Yeah, it's great. We'll just wait until the chorus comes. But yeah, I mean, it's not, it's not super smart or anything, but it's just the I don't know, just something about that is just perfect. The producers really got a good thing with that. So yeah, we move on. Of course, we got for my favorite Nayeon, also go, Yoki and all the other members. Zion, I don't know all of them yet. There's Zion though. So there's this. I don't know who I'm gonna find out who she is. I don't know her name yet. I forgot it. I'm gonna figure it out. Yeah, Zion hosts Music Corps. This I've seen her. They also have the scene at the end where the kind of infamous, like, you got arrested type of scene that in movies, TV shows, music videos, that stuff. It's very nice to see that. So yeah, overall,